Hello, my name is Gage Lappin, and this is my submission for Homework 3. For Homework 3, I created a pirate ship. For the ship, or on the ship, there are two interactables. One is the steering wheel, and one is the lever. Both rely on direct manipulation, so say I turn the wheel left or right, the ship's going to move left or right. It moves directly how you think it would, so you directly manipulate the object, you're going to see that corresponding change in your object. Now, both objects, or both interactables, rely on point indication or point selection. So say I point at the wheel, it's going to have a material swap letting you know, okay, you're hovering over it, it's able to be selected now. So then I hit G, and then I can select it. And then the same goes for the lever. Now, the manipulation technique for both is slightly different. While they both rely on direct manipulation, one of them uses isomorphic mapping, while the other does not. The wheel relies on isomorphic mapping, so say I turn the wheel 10 degrees to the left, then it's going to translate that to a 1 degree of freedom rotation in the ship as well. So it's fairly a one-to-one translation of the wheel's rotation to the ship's rotation itself. However, for the lever, it relies on derivative mapping, so say the lever is at 10 degrees, the ship isn't going to start moving forward at a speed of 10, it's going to start moving at some scaled quantity of its rotation. Now, for as I had mentioned that the indication is just a simple material swap for the object, and it works for both of them. Now for the scripts, I have ship controller, hover, feedback, and water scroll. For the ship controller, I pass through the steering wheel's transform and the levers transform, and then depending on the current rotation of both, the everything but the Z axis is locked for the wheel, and everything but the X axis is locked on the lever. So should the lever be, or depending on how the rotation of these objects change, then the ship's going to move dependent on the throttle position, and then the ship's going to rotate depending on the wheel rotation. Now I'm using their local coordinates, so say the ship were to rotate the wheel, the ship would turn as well, but that would also change the wheel's global position or global rotation, so then the ship will just start infinitely spinning because it keeps turning each other. So using local degrees would stop that from happening. For hover feedback, it's just a simple material swap. I have this connected to my simple interactable, so upon hovering over the object, the material will change, and I just have it swap out the material for the base color that I have set up here, and then on hover exit, it changes it back. Now I have it set to be able to handle multiple different materials, as the lever asset that I have has 3 materials on it. And this one is my water scroll, so depending on the lever's position, how far forward or backward it's rotated, the water texture is going to move at a different speed. Now, the water is also a different visual indication for the lever. So let's go to the lever. If I push it forward, the water starts moving. So not only do both of the wheel and lever physically change depending on how you move them, it also changes the environment around you. So I can move the wheel. I move the wheel left. The ship starts turning left. It goes right. The ship starts turning right. And now we can also, for the control or the lever, we can. Okay, I'm selecting that, and then we move it. Stop it. We can stop moving. We can go backwards now. Although a pirate ship should not go backwards. It can though. It's a special ship. So for a quick rundown, I made use of direct manipulation. The wheel relies on one-to-one mapping. The throttle lever relies on isomorphic mapping. The visual indicators for both are simple material swap, but also the water for the speed control. The water speed moves depending on how fast you're going. Thank you. That was my homework 3.